This is Osaka, one of the largest and coolest cities in Japan. Known as the Kitchen of Japan, Osaka is famous for its delicious food, especially its street food, where you can enjoy fresh seafood, high quality meat, and lots of incredible local dishes. The city is also home to impressive giant castles and a top destination to admire and enjoy the beautiful cherry blossoms every spring. Ancient temples can be found all around the city. With all of these and more, it is not surprising Osaka has become one of the top tourist destinations in Japan. Today, we'll be taking a look at one of the oldest and most beautiful shrines, Sumiyoshi Taisha. Located in the Sumiyoshi-Ku neighborhood in the south side of Osaka, Sumiyoshi Taisha is about a 30-minute bicycle ride from the downtown area. As soon as we arrive, we are greeted by giant stone lanterns known as Toro. Sumiyoshi Taisha, also known as the Sumiyoshi Grand Shrine, is a Shinto shrine. Shinto is often regarded as Japan's indigenous religion. Shinto revolves around supernatural entities or gods called the kami. Kami are believed to inhabit within all things, including the forces of nature and prominent landscape locations. There seem to be hundreds, if not thousands of these all around the temple. They come in all shapes. Look at these ones over here. They look like tiny ones to, I guess you put a candle inside, versus those ones back there, which are not only much bigger, but they're actually protected from the wind. You can have a candle on the inside or an oil lamp inside and have it illuminate this for a long time. I'm assuming that a lot of it is related to the Shinto gods and deities that the temple is originally built to worship. Because back then in the 2nd century, before the influences of Buddhism and all the religions that came from the mainland part of Asia, most of the temples, if not all of the temples in Japan, were, I guess, pagan in the sense that they worship a number of spirits and gods, different forests, the trees, wind, the mountains, the sea. Built in the year 211 AD, Sumiyoshi Taisha has stood watch over Osaka for almost 2,000 years. It serves 4 deities, a trio of sea gods called the Sumiyoshi Sanjin, and Empress Jingū, who founded the shrine back in the 3rd century and whose spirit was enshrined here after her death. Although today Sumiyoshi Taisha is completely landlocked, until about the 9th century it actually faced the sea. In fact, the shrine was originally built at the shores of Osaka Bay, but over the centuries, natural silt buildup and land reclamation projects have moved the shoreline almost 7 kilometers to the west. The shrine's grounds are large. They cover about 100,000 square meters and include 4 main halls, 27 auxiliary shrines, many sacred trees, some of which are believed to be over 800 years old, and beautiful natural gardens with long walking paths that give visitors a sense of peace and seclusion. One such path is the Sando, or ceremonial path, where you'll see hundreds of Toro of varying sizes. Curiously, Toro stone lanterns were introduced to Japan from China via Korea in the 6th century AD, coinciding with the spread of Buddhism. Initially used as offerings at Buddhist temples to symbolize the light of Buddha's teachings, They were later adopted by Shinto shrines and eventually used in the gardens of tea houses and private homes by the 16th century. The Sorihashi Bridge, located near the entrance, is one of the most iconic features. The bridge arches gracefully over the water, making it a popular spot for visitors and photographers alike. Often referred to as a drum bridge after the shape created by the reflection in the water below, bridges of this shape are often seen at historical shrines and temples all around Japan. More than just being aesthetically pleasing, they symbolize the passage from the mundane or regular world to the sacred. At Sumiyoshi Taisha, the Sorihashi Bridge serves as a boundary between the outer and the inner grounds, the human world and the divine realm, representing the spiritual journey required to enter the sacred space. Although there are records of a bridge here since the 13th century, the bridge in its current form was built around the year 1600, which means people have been crossing this path for over 400 years now. This incredible place is just a small taste of what Japan has to offer. Make sure you subscribe to our channel today so you won't miss any of our future videos exploring this amazing country.
So that back there is the main part of the compound where all four main buildings are. So that way is the bridge. Over here you have the four main temples or shrines.
The shrine is divided into two main sections, the outer part with all the gardens and streams, and the inner section where you'll find the main buildings or worshipping halls. The inner section opens into a large courtyard containing four handins or main halls.
See the two blades on top of that one and that one.
Those are called higis, and together with the thatched triangular roofs form the main features of the simple yet elegant design of the Sumiyoshi-Ku architecture. Three of the four handins are dedicated to the three sea gods or kami that protect the shrine, while the fourth enshrines Empress Jingū, who, despite not being an actual goddess per se, is also deeply associated with the sea and is revered for her divine blessings in maritime safety. In Shintoism, it is believed that the actual gods or kami, or at least a version of them, live inside these handins. The interior of each handin is divided into two spaces, an outer sanctuary that is accessed only by priests and an inner sanctuary reserved for the kami. Each surrounded by a wooden fence that separates the sacred area from the outside world. Behind the central sanctuary and the four handin is a wooded area with small auxiliary shrines where everyday activities such as weddings take place. Sumiyoshi Taisha or Grand Shrine is especially important in Japan because it predates the arrival of Buddhism to Japan, which brought with it new architectural techniques and styles from the Asian mainland during the 6th century. It is considered the oldest of all Shinto shrines. Over the centuries, this shrine has become a model or template for shrine builders all around Japan. This style of construction is very different to the more elaborate way Buddhist temples are built. For comparison, I recommend you also watch our video exploring the temple of the reclining Buddha in Bangkok. You should be able to find the link to that video in the description below. The shrine's hours are from 6 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, but probably the best time to visit is early in the morning when the mostly empty grounds make for a very relaxed visit. And if you find yourself having some extra time after you visit, just 2 blocks away from Sumiyoshi Taisha, you'll find Sumiyoshi Park, considered to be the oldest park in Osaka.
Literally a couple of blocks away from the Sumiyoshi Taisha Shrine, you have the same name park, which you can see here. Now, one of the things I love about these parks that you see in a lot of places around Osaka is that they are so peaceful. It's so quiet. You can hear the water flowing. You can hear the birds.
And the ducks.
The ducks everywhere. Beautiful ducks too. This is an amazing place. I could spend hours walking around. As a matter of fact, we have spent hours walking around and exploring.
After traveling through Japan for several months and spending many hours strolling through the parks, and I probably shouldn't even call these parks, they're more like Japanese gardens, but it's hard for me to explain to my family back home what it feels like to visit one of these. We might right now be surrounded by all of Osaka, one of the biggest cities in the world, but in here, everything's quiet. Japanese parks and gardens blend natural elements like water, rocks, and plants with philosophical ideas emphasizing tranquility and harmony. Sumiyoshi Taisha and Sumiyoshi Park are must-visit sites in Osaka, but there are so many other incredible ones that we will explore over the coming weeks. So if you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel today so you continue to get more amazing videos like this one. In any case, I'm glad you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.